Welcome back once again to Frontliner Analysis, and if you're watching us for the first time, please kindly take a second of your time and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then don't forget to turn on notification bell for more updates daily. Now, my fellow Africans, things are now getting complicated behind the demise of the late ODM party leader Raila Amolo Odinga inside the political class in this country of Kenya under the united opposition leaders and the government of William Samoei Ruto under Broadbased government, whereby as I'm talking to you right now, William Samoei Ruto, together with his crew under UDA party, is on a total serious distress after the statement that James Orengo, the governor of Siaya County, Ida Odinga, Raila Jr. deliver during the grave visit in Siaya County at Kango, Kajaramogi, Oginga, Odinga, on how they are going to make sure that they support Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka ahead of 2027 election because of what Kalonzo Musyoka did during the politics of the late ODM party leader Raila Amolo Odinga, telling Kenyans that Kalonzo stood with Raila Amolo Odinga in 2013, 2017, 2022. There is something there. Whereby, as I'm talking to you right now, Ruto is on a total distress on what he is going to do ahead of 2027 election, because right now, even Ruto himself knows very well that there is nobody that can convince the voters from Nyanza region to vote for his candidature ahead of 2027 election. Akuna. Raila was the only person that could have managed to convince the people from Nyanza region to vote for William Samoei Ruto ahead of 2027 election, but now I'm not seeing anyone. Even Gladys Wanga cannot manage to mobilize a Nyanza region voter to vote for William Samoei Ruto ahead of 2027 election, whereby the statement that James Orengo delivered is enough to tell you that some of the ODM people are going to rally back behind opposition leaders. Behind Kalonzo, Gachagua, Matiang'i, Eugene Wamalwa, Martha Karua, and Justin Muturi. Inakwambia kimeumana sasa. These people are going to support Kalonzo Musyoka. According to the statement that James Orengo delivered, is enough to tell you that this team of Gachagua is going to be much stronger. Because Rai Baba yuko. And Ruto needs to play his part. He needs to think twice with these ODM CS. Because these ODM CS cannot mobilize votes from Nyanza region to vote for William Samoei Ruto, because I know very well that there must be people that will vote for Kalonzo Musyoka. These people will not listen to John Mbadi, Wycliffe Oparanya, alias, and Joe Wandopio and I. That one will not happen. So it is high time for William Samoei Ruto to look for another strategy on how he can win the hearts from the people from Nyanza region, because right now, this issue of appointing people doing what is not going to help anything. Hakuna. Hata kiappoint watu 10 sahizi kutoka Nyanza, ili watu wa Nyanza wamshikilie 2027, it's not going to work according to the statement that Ida Odinga, James Orengo, and Raila Jr. delivered during the visit of the grave of Raila Amolo Odinga at Kango, Kajaramogi, Oginga, Odinga. And before we proceed with this analysis, allow me to play for you a clip of the video of James Orengo, Ida Odinga, and Raila Jr. so that you can understand how this team, how the team of Odinga family is now ready to support the candidature of Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka ahead of 2027 election without fear and contradiction.
I've been in many meetings where people were discussing about who is going to be the candidate. And three times, Kalonzo has said, nakuachia wewe ndugu yangu Raila. In 2013, in 2017, and in 2022, where he said, I don't even need a position. If there's a principled man in Kenya, like Raila Amolo Odinga, is Kalonzo Musyoka. I also want to say this again about Kalonzo Musyoka. This guy has been a vice president. You know, power must be controlled. Ukiona watu wanakimbilia power, ati akiona uzito ya state, wanafikiria wamefika. Those are people who are going to destroy this country. Power must be controlled. That's why Raila fought for a new constitution, to oversight any government in power. So I want to see anybody in Kenya today who can say he loved Raila more than Kalonzo. I want to see. I want to see. The second thing I want to say, Mama Ida Odinga yesterday, I don't know whether he was expecting a guest of such a texture to come today. Ya kwamba hii kitu ya kusema huyu ametoka Bondo, huyu anatoka Imbo, huyu ametoka Ukambani. I don't want to hear about that, because that is not the way to build a one Kenya. And today, nearly a representation of all Kenya is here. That is what Ida was talking about yesterday. And Raila was also talking about inclusion, not of any communities alone, but in one big tent called Kenya. Finally, let us not experiment. There's a science about winning elections. And one of them is to be resilient and to make sure what Tula was saying, that there's going to be free and fair election. Unaona jirani amefanya election 98%. 98%.
It's not a cash party. Huwezi kununua watu tu juu na chini na nini. ODM is not a cash party. ODM ni party ya watu. And we will take it back to the people and let the people decide. But the people are going to decide, and I can hear the wave coming. They are deciding that ODM inabaki na iko huku na ODM will go. Come 2027 tutaona vile tutafanya, lakini tutaingia kwa any negotiation, any election where we're having a strong
Today has been one of the most colorful days, and we appreciate that. Your Excellency, the leadership role that you bestowed on me today, it's a great honor on myself, and I do not take it lightly. I want to say thank you so much for bestowing this upon me, and I'll be coming to you later on to have further discussions on how I, Raila Jr., can be able to carry out my roles as the Kamba leader bestowed by you.
I want to end up support Kalonzo himself, because by the way, Kalonzo have tried. Kalonzo have really tried to stand with Baba Raila Odinga in the entire life of Baba Raila Odinga inside Kenyan politics. So that is the video. It is true. Kalonzo alisimama na Baba 2013, awakaanguka. Wakawin lakini ilibiwa. Wakasimama again 2017, mambo ikaenda hivi. Tena 2022. Na imagine 2022, Kalonzo was not the running mate. Martha Karua was the running mate. So hapa Ruto lazima ajipange, because by the time goes, these opposition leaders is now going to be much bigger. And even Ruto is now having a hard task ahead of 2027 election, because number one, right now he cannot fire the ODMCS, because he knows very well that John Mbadi, Opiyo Wandayi, Joho, hawezi fukuza watu. Hawezi. And the statement, if you listen to Rigathi Gachagwa's statement, trying to praise the ODM leaders, there is something that Gachagua was targeting. Because Gachagua aliongea hivyo, then yesterday during the grave visiting of Kalonzo Musyoka in Siaya County at Kamoga Jaramogi Oginga Odinga in Bondo, Ida Odinga talked about a point, deliver a very, very mature point, that in politics, you don't need to have your enemy. Don't play politics with enmity. You won't succeed. And while you warned that those people that are busy abusing their opponents is not worthy at all. He was telling Akina Opiyo Wandayi, Kalonzo, John Mbadi, and Elias and Joho. These people that are, and even Gladys Wanga, and even the team, the entire team of ODM that are busy abusing ODM or DCP people each and every day on how these people are bad. I totally agree with the statement of Gladys Wanga. That one was a serious, mature point inside the politics in the Republic of Kenya. That is how politics should be run. It cannot be that when someone dies, God forbid, when someone died, your colleague or your what, you stick on that enmity of politics. No. When your enemy die, or when your enemy is having a problem, you don't need to stick on that point that, oh, means yes, you get na huyu, apana. No. You need to put those things aside and focus on what is happening. If you want to succeed long, and that is how Baba Raila Odinga used to play his politics, because he used to have the data analysis inside Kenyan politics on how the politics in this country of Kenya is being run. So right now, it is a clear indication that ODM, some of the ODM people are going to support opposition leaders. That is Akina Kalonzo, Matiang'i, Gachagua, Eugene Wamalwa, Martha Karua, Justin Mituri, Mithika Linturi, among other united opposition leaders that are also preparing themselves to make sure that they are going to defeat William Samoei Ruto on the ballot box ahead of 2027 election, whereby even Ruto himself knows very well that these people is so dangerous to his camp. And especially according to the statement that Ida, Orengo, and Raila Jr. delivered in Siaya County during the grave visit of Raila Odinga. So right now, the person that is having a hard task is William Samoei Ruto. Because anajua vizuri that right now, I need to organize myself. I need to organize my team. Because if I will not organize my team, then it is not going to be as business as usual ahead of 2027 election, because the person that I knew very well that was going to mobilize his votes to me is not there. And it was Raila. Because the people that are now remaining ODM are just making noise. Nobody can, they're just making noise. Nobody can unite the people from Nyanza region to vote for Ruto. Hakuna. Ebu niambie ni nani? Wanga si anapiga tu kelele because Wanga knows very well that she's not going to be re-elected. Sasa anapiga kelele that perhaps Ruto win 2027 election na yeye lose huko atapewa CS. So that's the reason why she is busy praising Broadbased government morning to evening on how Raila told her to make sure that they defend William Samoei's presidency ahead of 2027 election. In fact, right now, if you see any ODM leader or ODM member praising William Samoei Ruto amid the demise of Raila Odinga, just understand that that one is happening because of their stomach, but not because of the people of Kenyans. They are not doing it for us as citizens of this country of Kenya to benefit from it. They are doing it so that they can be people that can be favored. See you in the next video.